Across the globe, an architectural oddity repeats itself with eerie consistency. Buildings with windows, doors, and even entire floors sunken below modern street level. In cities like St. Petersburg, Prague, and Seattle, streets seem to rise while history sinks. Tourists walk by unaware, passing what appear to be basements that look suspiciously like former entryways. But these weren't just design quirks or poor planning. So the question emerges, were these buildings constructed below ground? Or were they buried? This simple mystery lies at the heart of a growing and controversial idea known as the mud flood theory. According to its proponents, a mysterious event, possibly global in scale, once swept over civilization, blanketing cities in thick layers of mud. Not just dirt or sediment from construction, but an overwhelming flood of earth that half-buried entire buildings. Advocates of the theory suggest that we're not looking at traditional basements, but rather ground-level floors swallowed by an event that mainstream history refuses to acknowledge. Skeptics argue that there's no historical record of such a global flood. Instead, they cite natural urban accumulation, centuries of building debris, paving, and street raising over time. Yet this explanation raises another puzzle. How could so many cities, across different continents, raise their ground levels in near-perfect uniformity, seemingly without major excavation or consistent documentation? Are we simply misinterpreting the signs of gradual urban change? Or is it possible that beneath our cities lies evidence of something much older, something deliberately or accidentally buried and forgotten? This line of thinking opens a deeper question. If we've only scratched the surface, what else is hiding just beneath our feet? A map that shouldn't exist. In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Petersburg drew a map that has puzzled researchers for generations. Sketched on gazelle skin parchment, the Petersburg map displays astonishing accuracy for the time. It charts the western coast of Africa, the eastern coastline of South America, and, most inexplicably, the outline of Antarctica. That's right, Antarctica, nearly 300 years before its official discovery in 1818. But the map doesn't just show the icy continent. It portrays Antarctica's coastline as it would appear ice-free, something that, according to geological records, hasn't happened for thousands of years. How could a 16th century sailor know what the world looked like before recorded history? In the margin notes, Petersburg claimed he compiled his map using roughly 20 source charts and ancient maps, many of which he believed dated back to times before even Alexander the Great. Some researchers speculate these sources could originate from a lost civilization with advanced geographic knowledge, possibly even predating the Great Flood described in countless cultural myths. The implications are staggering. Not only does the map suggest someone mapped the world's coastlines far earlier than known exploration timelines allow, but it also shows a degree of technical precision requiring an understanding of spherical trigonometry and longitudinal measurement, techniques supposedly unknown in that era. Was this knowledge passed down in secret, surviving only in fragments? Or was it the product of an entirely forgotten civilization? One thing is clear. This one sheet of parchment challenges the established timeline of global exploration and suggests we may only be glimpsing the remnants of a much older world map. Beneath the pyramids, what's still hidden? The pyramids of Giza, towering over Egypt's deserts, are already marvels of engineering, yet the real secrets might lie not in their stone peaks, but deep beneath the ground. Recent scans using ground-penetrating radar have revealed extensive underground anomalies beneath the Giza Plateau. These include vertical shafts, spiral staircases, and massive chambers carved deep into the bedrock, structures that stretch nearly 2 kilometers underground. Some theorists suggest these could be remnants of the fabled Hall of Records, a mythical archive of lost knowledge rumored to be hidden beneath the Sphinx. How could ancient builders, armed only with copper tools and rudimentary techniques, dig so deep with such precision? One possibility is that the Egyptians inherited these structures from an earlier, now lost civilization, one whose memory faded long before hieroglyphs were ever carved. If that's true, then the pyramids we see today may not be the beginning of civilization, but its reboot. Could these tunnels hold ancient texts, technologies, or relics we're simply not yet prepared to understand? When mountains turn out to be monuments. We assume hills and mountains are products of natural geology, but what if some are actually ancient structures, so old they've been camouflaged by centuries of earth and vegetation? That's exactly what's been discovered at sites like Teotihuacan, just outside Mexico City. Once thought to be natural hills, the Pyramid of the Sun and Temple of the Feathered Serpent revealed themselves as sophisticated constructions aligned with celestial bodies. Inside, archaeologists found chambers lined with liquid mercury, a substance associated with the underworld and spiritual transition in Mesoamerican lore. Similar discoveries have emerged elsewhere. The jungle-cloaked city of Machu Picchu remained hidden for centuries until explorers realized it wasn't a mountain. It was a city, complete with temples, homes, and astronomical observatories. In Bosnia, pyramid-shaped hills have sparked fierce academic debates. Researchers claim to have found massive, man-made stone structures buried beneath layers of earth, possibly the oldest pyramids in the world. Critics remain unconvinced, but excavations continue to uncover more angular stonework and tunnel systems. These cases force us to reconsider what might be hiding in plain sight. If time and nature can erase cities so thoroughly, how many more could be waiting to be discovered beneath hills, forests, and deserts? Easter Island, more than just heads. For years, the stone heads of Easter Island mystified the world. Enormous, stoic faces gazing out over the land. But it wasn't until archaeologists began digging that they realized the truth. These heads have bodies. Buried up to their necks, the Moai statues extend far beneath the surface. Excavations have revealed full torsos, arms, and intricate carvings etched into their backs. Details hidden for centuries. Why were they buried? Was it intentional? Or did erosion and centuries of soil accumulation slowly entomb them? The statues' true purpose is still debated. Some believe they were ancestral guardians. Others suggest they were part of a larger ritualistic or astronomical system. Whatever the answer, their burial is symbolic of a deeper truth. Surface appearances can be deceiving, and entire chapters of history may be lying just beneath our feet. Yonaguni, the sunken city of the sea. In 1986, divers exploring off the coast of Yonaguni Island, Japan, stumbled upon something extraordinary. About 25 meters underwater lay a massive stone structure. Terraces, platforms, steps, and perfectly right-angled corners carved from solid rock. To some, it resembled a forgotten city. To others, it was merely the product of natural erosion. But the precision of the angles and the complexity of the design led geologist Masaki Kimura to conclude that the structure is man-made. If he's correct, the site would predate all known civilizations, possibly dating back more than 10,000 years when sea levels were far lower. That would place Yonaguni at the end of the last ice age, a time when melting glaciers caused oceans to rise dramatically, submerging coastlines and possibly drowning entire cultures. Could this be evidence of a prehistoric maritime civilization lost to the sea? If so, it would rewrite our understanding of humanity's development and hint at more sunken cities waiting to be found beneath the waves. The doorway to nowhere. In China's Shandong province, perched high on a cliff in the city of Jinan, sits a door that seems to defy all logic. It opens into thin air, no stairs, no walkway, just a sheer drop below. Some say it was part of an old military bunker. Others claim it once led to a storage chamber used in quarry operations. The most accepted theory suggests that the rock around it was gradually carved away, leaving the door suspended high in the air. Still, the image remains haunting. A doorway in the sky leading to nothing. It's a reminder that our landscape is full of such oddities. Doors with no buildings, stairs that lead nowhere, tunnels with no visible entrance, artifacts of lost functions, erased blueprints, and civilizations whose meanings we've forgotten. Whether through forgotten floods, buried records, or lost maps, each of these mysteries whispers the same message. Our past may not be what we think it is.